Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy D-Boy Wonder back at you with another solo session. On today's episode, we're gonna get into something I'm very excited to talk to y'all about, man. Um, this is another hit by Netflix. Can't believe it, bro. They be dropping some hits when it comes to that animation. I ain't gonna hold you. And we're gonna get into Blue Eye Samurai. Now, this show fucking amazing. I can't stress to you, it's something different. I don't think I've quite seen, adult animation with actual stories being told as far as America goes. Now, mind you, it is animated by a French studio, but the creators are American. So, with American animation, adult animation, all we get is, shit like Family Guy and Simpsons, comedic tone. But this right here, Netflix just gave us some greatness, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit is a masterpiece. Like, first of all, let's get into the animation. Now, 3D motion graphics mixed with traditional hand-drawn 2D. I felt like the fluidity was beautiful. The way they blended the 3D, it seems as if it makes the texture of the 2D seem to come out in, great ways. Like, it just pops. I don't know how to explain it. Now, usually when we think about 3D CGI and what it could be, we think of Arcane, because ain't nothing to the level of Arcane. I'm just gonna call it what it is. But for this show, I think it was better they went the route of blending 3D with hand-drawn 2D, especially for this world. For some reason, I feel like if they would have tried to go full 3D CGI, it would have been a bit cartoony. That's just me. Now, I have to give it to the creators. Michael Green and Amber Noizumi. It's a husband and wife duo that created this show. And they have no experience in animation prior to creating this. So I'm intrigued what made them, decide to go with a French animation studio as opposed to, trying to work with traditional Japanese. Because even though they themselves said we're not going to consider this an anime, and they also said they are fans of anime, to me this is an anime. Just given on what the story's about and the time period, this is an anime. They use filmmaking techniques that are not traditionally used in animation, like a pre-visualization department, a stunt viz department, a wardrobe department. They really went out all out for this shit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. And I also believe there might have been mocap for the fight choreography. Now, to me, it's unheard of, like in animation. So it goes to show the level of work they put into this. Given you see the results, the quality we got, exquisite, bro. I cannot complain at all. I fucking love this shit, bro. This is a show where even if you're not super keen on the animation, I think you'll just fall in love with the story that's being told. Like, okay, so I'm gonna get into the plot. It takes place in Edo period Japan, during the 17th century. This is when the shogunate decided to close off Japan's borders. So basically, citizens have never come into contact with any race outside of theirs for a long ass time, except when they're dealing in illegal trade, which a lot of powerful people still were at the time, including the shogun, in this show at least. Our MC, her name is Mizu. She's the daughter of one of four white men who were in Japan at the time illegally. And she bears deep resentment because of her mixed race. You know, a lot of racial, she's a half-breed in Japan during that era. So yeah, she goes through a lot of racial fuckery. But as she grows, she actually starts to train, you know, in the art of swordsmanship. And she vows to kill all 4 white men who were in the country at the time, while she hides her gender and her blue eyes. And of course, she has to hide her gender because 17th century Japan, as a woman, you weren't allowed to, well, in that society, obviously, to vow revenge and be a swordsman. So, you know, she had to hide her gender, as well as always wearing glasses to hide her eyes, you know. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of fucking, this show, of course, there's a lot of violence, there's sex, there's nudity. It's not for children. It's not made for children. Like, I'm gonna repeat that again. It ain't for kids. So if you think, you got kids who like anime and shit like that, depending on their age, you're not gonna wanna, no, it ain't for them, you feel me? The VO cast did a wonderful job as well. Maya Erskine, who plays our titular character, the Blue-Eyed Samurai, great job. Brenda Song as Akemi, also great. Randall Park, Darren Barnett, they all did great jobs. There's more names I could name, but I'm not gonna go down the full list. And as I was watching this, I was very happy to get that level of quality in the show. But it also upset me because I'm going to be honest with you. This show gave me a vibe of 2 shows mixed together. One was Mulan. And, that's because the whole hiding her gender to become a warrior, of course, made me think of Mulan. And then also her being mixed race in that time period in Japan. It gave me Yasuke vibes because Yasuke was black and was a samurai in that time in Japan. But the problem lies, this is what was getting me upset. In my comparisons to Yasuke, because I'm going to be honest about Yasuke, I fucking hate that show. To me, that show was pitiful. Sorry to LaShawn Thomas. You say you worked hard on it, trying to get it created, fine, but that show to me, shitty. Especially when you're telling a story about a black man in fucking 17th century Japan. I wish I would have got a story more grounded in reality like this one. Especially when she was going through all the racial bullshit that she was going through. I felt it. You feel me? And Yasuke, that was completely missing. You added mecha, you had mechs in there, you had magic, all type of fantastical elements. And then the shit that also got me upset was in Yasuke's show, you had people genuinely questioning a black man speaking Japanese.
He's black.
And they're sharing the world with fucking mechs. And they don't bat an eye. You question a black man speaking Japanese, but don't question nothing about a robotic humanoid walking next to you. It's just a part of their world. And there was no explanation for none of that shit in the show either. And there was only 6 fucking episodes. This show right here is 8 episodes. First episode is an hour long. 45 minutes for the rest of them, just like Invincible. But this right here, this is a must watch. It's not an anime. I consider this an anime. 7th century Japan. Samurai. Yeah, this is anime. It really is. And as of this recording, it has been renewed for a 2nd season already. Which, no-brainer. That's a fucking no-brainer. Now, that Yasuke shit really made me tight. Because I was really looking forward to that. But I just don't understand what the fuck they did there. That's why seeing a show like this gets me so upset about Yasuke. It gets me, well, even more upset than what I already was, man. Fuck that show. Because all LaShawn Thomas did was he recreated Cannon Busters in a fucking, in Edo period Japan. That's all he really did. And Cannon Busters wasn't all that either, and I was looking forward to that as well. I don't want to shit on him, but come on, dog. You completely missed out on great storytelling. This right here, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody with this show. So I'm not going to get into any specifics, even with the plot, if you were confused a little bit with my explanation, because I just want you to see it. This is so fucking great, yo. Like, you don't understand. And and a couple days, got an episode with Vlad coming up where we're doing the sesh, and this show is going on my list. And a lot of people are probably going to be upset about my top 10 anime list for 2023 as well, but this belongs on here. It really does. This was better than a lot of anime I've seen this year. And like I said, not just solely based on the level of animation itself, because the animation was good. I thought it was great, especially for how they blended that 3D with 2D. You don't usually get greatness like that with how they mixed it. You might get some bullshit like X-Arm. But, yo, please watch this fucking show. Like, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. And I can't wait for season 2. I really can't wait. I'm excited, yo. And I might just rewatch this show just cause. That's how fucking good I think it is. I don't usually just watch a show, finish it, and then watch it again. I usually don't do that. This warrants that. It really does. And I love the characters too. Everybody was solid, dog. There's no complaints. I don't know how long they took to work on this show, but you could tell they really cared about doing it. They did. Again, shout out, man. Michael Green, Amber Noizumi. To have no experience in the world of animation prior to this and to come out with something so great, bro, it's a testament to their work ethic because they gave us pure quality. I don't know what complaint anybody can have about this. I don't know. I really don't. This is something that I think will have quite an impact for a time. Also, it makes me wonder about the direction of adult animation in America. I wonder at this point, because if we get shows like this, I think we'll start to compete with anime itself. Because Arcane, again, another Netflix show. That show is groundbreaking as well. And then of course Castlevania, that's a Netflix show. They advertise as a Netflix anime series, but like I said, you're not produced by a Japanese studio, you ain't anime, dog. The only reason I'm considering this anime is because it takes place in 17th century Japan. So, and it's animated. Again, great storytelling. Now, I know the revenge story could get tired or played out, but this one was done very well. It was done very well. I love this shit, bro. I really do. Whatever you do, check it out. Now, I'm gonna get out of y'all hair, folks. Like, subscribe, comment. Could be negative, could be positive. I really could give two shits. Yes. Anyways, I'ma holla at y'all. Deuces.